Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Coventry United TV with Liam Cook, coming to you live from the CCB Centre for Sporting Excellence in South Wales, just a few miles away from Cardiff. And today's match is a big encounter from the FA Women's Premier League Southern Division. That's right, it's Cardiff City ladies versus Coventry United ladies. Kickoff is at 8 o'clock. It's a bit of a bittersweet night tonight because for the first time this season, we on CUTV are missing a first team fixture. That's right, Coventry United versus Boldmere was supposed to take place yesterday in the Midland League Premier Division. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. It's been changed to tonight. It's being played at Boldmere's Trevor Brown Memorial Ground. The score there is currently 0-0. They've been playing for just under half an hour. We'll be bringing you updates from that match as and when we get done. There will be on social media though, so chances are you're probably better looking on Twitter than listening to us for updates. But we are bringing you exclusive live commentary of today's match here in Wales, and it's a historic moment. It's the first ever international edition of Coventry United TV. Yes, I know it's only Wales, but I'm counting it anyway. It's the first time that we're commentated outside of England. So I think the furthest away that we've been from Coventry in CCTV history has been, was it Portsmouth? I think it may have been actually. But yeah, here we are for the first time ever broadcasting outside of England. Right, let's get you straight into the team news now. Thankfully, I was petrified before we started the game today, before we got the team sheets, that there were going to be some very difficult surnames in the Cardiff lineup. Thankfully, there's not. So there's no names that have got more vowels than consonants. So very happy about that. So the starting lineup for Cardiff is as follows: number 1, Estelle Randall. Number 2 is Kate Bennett. Number 3, Fionn Llewellyn. Number 4 is Shannon Greenway. Number 5, Hannah Mills. 6, Emily Poole. 7, Ella Powell. 8, Kelly Isaac. Number 10, Chelsea Deacon. 11, Laura Williams. And number 12, the captain, Corey Williams. And on the bench for the Bluebirds, number 9, Zoe Atkins. Number 14, Fionn Price. 15, Jess Osborne. 16, Jasmine Turner. And 17, Naya Reese. And for Coventry United ladies this evening, number 1, Sue Wood, the captain for the Red and Green Girls. Number 2, Alex Buck. 3, Nikki Miles. 4, Helen Dermody. 5, Nat Haig. 6, Maisie Jerram, who did, of course, used to play for Cardiff. Number 7 is Jade Brooke. Number 8, I should say, Amber Hughes. Almost missed out Amber there. Number 9 is actually Maz Gordon. Number 10 is Ali Hall. And number 11, Keely Davis. So just the one change from that loss against Basildon, with Seth Smith unavailable for selection today. On the bench, a couple of players that you may not recognise. Number 12 is Ellie White. 14, Paige Ridley. And 15, Lucy Stead. So those are today's starting lineups here at the CCB Centre for Sporting Excellence, which I believe may be part of a university of some sorts. But the Welsh Rugby Football Union and the Welsh FA actually use this as a training centre for their teams as well. So I can't say it's one of the better grounds that we've been to on CUTV this season, especially in terms of the women's game. It's a little bit like the Loughborough University Stadium that Loughborough students use in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. It's got that sort of feel to it. There's that sort of wooden finish on the changing room building over on the far side. We're in the main stand here with. I've got to say, it's a pretty spacious area behind the main seating, so it's not as if we've got to perch ourselves on the steps like we do with many other grounds, but no, we've got a cracking seating area, and there's another stadium of sorts towards my right with I think it's a slightly bigger main stand, which is being used for I think it's a training session, but you know, it's got to be one of my favourite grounds that we've been to in terms of women's football this season. Top-notch facilities, and of course we've got to say thank you to Cardiff City for their very pleasant welcome. Kickoff is just a couple of minutes away, and of course, like every Coventry United ladies match this season, you can get exclusive highlights of tonight's match between Cardiff City and Coventry United in the Women's Premier League Southern Division on YouTube. It will be uploaded probably tomorrow afternoon, so make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so you get notifications of when videos go on air. So that video featuring highlights of today's game between Cardiff and Coventry United will go up tomorrow evening. On Saturday, we are supposed to be live with commentary of Coventry United's match at the Butts Park Arena against Loughborough Students. Take that with a pinch of salt though, because as you guys well know, you know as much as me, the Butts Park Arena pitch is not in great condition at the minute, so whether we're going to get a game or not, I am not entirely certain, but we will endeavour to let you know whether the game will go ahead. So that is on Saturday, Coventry United versus Loughborough Students. If the game goes ahead, we will be there with live commentary and highlights of that game, and of course the Coventry United ladies are in action once again on Sunday. So as usual, we will be there with highlights and commentary of Coventry United's home game against Chichester City. And again, the Butts is pretty wet at the minute. It's still raining in Coventry, so don't have too many expectations. We may not get a game, we may get a game, but we will let you know, of course. Seriously, I don't think we can take too many postponements. As the Cardiff City substitutes make their way over to the dugouts. We said there are no supporters of Coventry United here this evening. Totally understandable with the first team fixture on, and obviously people have work commitments midweek. But the only non-playing personnel, apart from the coaching staff, are myself, the managing director of Coventry United Ladies, Jade Ogle, and our photographer, Jeff Bennett. And of course, there will be some photos from Jeff a little bit later tomorrow. Probably be in the morning tomorrow, so make sure to have a look on Jeff's Twitter page for the photos of today's game. And there probably won't be many because Jeff doesn't usually take photos in the dark, and it's pretty much dark now. The footlights have come on; they're taking over as the Cardiff staff continue to make their way from the tunnel. Latest score from the Trevor Brown Memorial Stadium. They're about 15 minutes away from half-time there, and it remains at 0-0 between Boldmere and Coventry United. I should say Coventry and Boldmere because it's actually Coventry United's home game. They were supposed to play at the Butts Park Arena yesterday, of course, but the game has been switched to the Trevor Brown Stadium, so United will still get the revenue, etc., from that great game, so there's no worries about that. So the fans who have gone to that game will certainly be helping the club out financially. But we'll be keeping you up to date with that match as and when we get updates. So again, the score between Coventry United and Boldmere St Michael's remains at 0-0. It's a chilly evening in South Wales as the referee leads the players of Cardiff City and Coventry United onto the pitch for this FA Women's Premier League Southern Division. Good evening to all those listening and watching on CUTV, or as they say in Wales, Noswaith Da. At least that's what Google Translate told me it was anyway. Live coverage of Coventry United TV, Coventry United Ladies versus Cardiff City Ladies here at the CCB Centre for Sporting Excellence. The CCB Centre of Sporting Excellence. And let's hope we see some excellence from the Red and Green girls this evening. So again, let's take you through the starting lineups for the Bluebirds and the Red and Green girls, starting off with Cardiff City, the hosts this evening. So for Cardiff, number 1, Estelle Randall. Number 2, Kate Bennett. 3, Fionn Llewellyn. Number 4, Shannon Greenway. 5, Hannah Miles. Hannah Mills, I should say. There's no E in there. Number 6 is Emily Poole. 7, Ella Powell. 8, Kelly Isaac. Number 10, Chelsea Deacon. 11, Laura Williams. And number 12, Corey Williams. On the bench for the Bluebirds, number 9, Zoe Atkins. 14, Fionn Price. 15, Jess Osborne. Number 16, Jasmine Turner. 17, Naya Reese. And for Coventry United ladies this evening, number 1, Sue Wood. Number 2, Alex Buck. 3, Nikki Miles. 4, Helen Dermody. Number 5, Nat Haig. 6, Maisie Jerrim. Number 7, Jade Brooke. 8, Amber Hughes. 9, Maz Gauntlet. 10, Ali Hall. And 11 is Keely Davis. Substitutes for Coventry United ladies this evening is number 12, Ellie White. 14, Paige Ridley. 15, Lucy Stead. So the two captains meeting in the centre circle, Corey Williams for Cardiff and Sue Wood for Coventry United. Cardiff in all blue this evening, with a bit of white lining around the shirts and the shorts and the socks. Coventry United, as always, in the red shirts with green shorts and socks. They wouldn't be called the red and greens if they weren't wearing those. Referees all in black. Now as referee Ryan Gosling prepares to get this match underway. And it will be Coventry United ladies kicking from left to right, and Cardiff will be starting this match with the two Williams, Laura Williams and Corey Williams. Whether they're related, I'm not sure. But it will be Corey Williams to start for the Bluebirds. At the Centre for Sporting Excellence, we're hoping to see some excellence from the Red and Green girls as we get this match underway. Referee checks that all is good to go. It is good to go, and we are underway here on CUTV. Long ball from midfield, knotted out of play by Alex Buck. Once again, starting with the Red and Green girls, but this time starting at right back, with Maisie Jerry back in the side of suffering a head injury against Blackburn Rovers. Crossing opportunity for Williams, blocked up by Jade Brooke. Picked up again in the centre, switched to play beautifully. Amber Hughes wins it back for Coventry United, sends Ali Hall down the left-hand side. Gauntlet and Davis chasing down the right. Good run by Ali Hall, came close to scoring several times on Sunday against Basildon, but booted clear by Estelle Randall. Brought down in the centre circle by Laura Williams, striding forward towards the net. Williams taking on Alex Buck. Option on the left-hand side with Powell. Powell tries one, charge down. Brooke can't get it away. Alex Buck might. Dermody finishes the job. Davis. Brooke spots an opportunity for a through ball for Keely Davis. Davis will give chase. She just about beats Mills to the ball. Bit of a shot by Mills. And the centre-back able to get the ball out of play for a throw-in right in the corner. Alex Buck will take. Davis and Brooke were in support. It's found Jade Brooke. Dermody. Lofted ball towards the left flank where Nikki Miles is waiting. Closed down by Llewellyn. Hall lets it run and intercepted by Shannon Greenway. And booted clear by Maisie Jerrim. United trying to repel any sort of counter-attack. Going to be taken by Fionn Llewellyn. There it goes, brought down to earth by number 6 Paul. United win it back. Here's Amber Hughes, spots Brooke in some space. In the centre circle, it's Jade Brooke. Alex Buck on the right hand side, and there is Buck. Nat Haig, the experienced centre back, looking for an option, boots it forward towards Ali Hall. Hall jumps for it, beaten in the air, but seconds picked up by Brooke. Dermody, lovely volleyed pass. Calls of offside. Referee says no. First line cross by Nikki Miles, and the cross was not good at all. If anything, Miles should have took a touch and given her space. So she still had space there. So a bit disappointing from Nikki Miles. It remains at 0-0, as it does at the Trevor Brown Memorial Stadium, where Coventry United are playing Boldmere St Michael's in the Midland Football League Premier Division, where the Red and Greens have just gone close through Kyle Carey. Miles with the shoulder barge, keeping it away from Williams. It's kept in. Cardiff trying to make some progress down the right flank. Miles into the centre of the field with Jade Brooke. It's not the best of balls towards the right flank, and not much that Buck could do about it. It's out of play for a throw-in, a needless throw given away by the Red and Green girls. Davis with the interception from Kate Bennett. Here's Jerry, a former Bluebird herself, signed from Cardiff in the summer. Amber Hughes' pass charged down but picked up by Haig. Haig strides forward, tries to send Davis on her way, but it's met by the head of Bennett and hooked away. That's worth by Haig, who won Player of the Month for February. And for March as well, so back-to-back Player of the Month awards for the former Yeovil captain. Jade Brooke, Dermody called for it in the centre, but she spots the run of Keely Davis. It could be a great opportunity for the former Birmingham youngster, and she fires it onto a crossbar, but it's the goal behind the goal that it hits. First effort of the game. Davis couldn't keep it down, but under some pressure she had to get that shot away. So Estelle Randall to place the ball and boots it clear. Well, the majority of Cardiff players congregating to the keeper's left. It's straight over the head of Bennett and spot the best efforts of Ella Powell. Cardiff can't keep it within the boundaries of the pitch. Dermody fires it forward, nodded on by Keely Davis. Gauntlet's there, chest control, pressure from behind. Threads the ball down the right for Keely Davis. Hall's in the centre. Cross towards Ali Hall, and it's gone out of play. But the goalkeeper had gathered it at the near post anyway. So score after 5.5 minutes. Here, and I hope I'm getting this right. It's can't remember what's called. Is it East Red Manac? I think that's what the place is called. Davis's chip pass towards Gauntlet. Brings the ball down, crosses it in for Ali Hall, and a fierce clearance. Bounces awkwardly, and Brooke gets ahead in it, but can't bring it down. Pass blocked by Helen Dermody. Alex Buck touched over the line by Buck, who gives the throw to Kelly Isaac, who in turn gives the ball to Kate Bennett. Bennett's throw, nearly caught by Key Davis, returned to Bennett. Followed away only as far as Jade Brooke. Not the best of passing from Cardiff, but Brooke couldn't retain it. Neither could Cardiff as Davis brings it back. Dermody. Here's Jerem striding forward from the back. Just one player back for United. Here's Amber Hughes. Tries the ball down the left. Miles wasn't ready for it. And it's out of play for a goal kick. And Cardiff have not won a match since the 7th of January. That was a cup match against Burnley. And they haven't won in the league since November. Well, United haven't won the league since November, but that's because they haven't played in the league since November, apart from last Sunday. That was their first match in the league for 5 months due to postponements and cup competitions. Williams, that's Corey Williams on the ball. Lofted ball from back by Llewellyn. Brought down to it by Powell. Space on the left hand side for Laura Williams. Has she got enough space for the crossing opportunity? She puts it in, but Jeremy does just enough to put the Cardiff attacker off. Brooke looks for the run of Ali Hall. Hall has to halt her run and backtracked a little bit to get the ball. Miles. Hall wants it again. It's towards Maz Gauntlet. Lob towards the right flank. And Nat Haig sprints forward to pick up the pieces. A space for Alex Buck, and Buck is found. Davis in front, Hall to her left. She makes her way towards that penalty area. Buck hasn't scored a goal all season. Gauntlet tries to put it through for Ali Hall. With the crucial interception made by Hannah Mills. Clearance made at the second attempt after Mills charged it against, I think it was Andy Hall that hit. Jerem spots the run of Miles, but the pass was blocked by Llewellyn. Fired away straight to the foot of Amber Hughes. Brooke. Down the centre to Gauntlet, flicked it on. Ali Hall is onside. It's Ali Hall, and the goal scoring drought was so nearly over. A brilliant stop, plucking it out of the air. Estelle Randall take a bow. Ali Hall's wait for a goal continues, but surely it can't go on much longer with the chances that she's had, the execution that she's pulled off. It's only a matter of time. If it wasn't for a brilliant parry by Randall, then we would be talking about a 1-0 lead for Coventry United. We still could, as it's headed wide. It's taken a touch of a Cardiff player. I think Nat Hay got the final touch on the ball from a Coventry United perspective, but the Cardiff player sent it behind. Keely Davis taking these set-piece duties away from Helen Dermody. Near post towards Jade Brooke, and fired away again, this time by Kate Bennett. Well, on the cusp of 10 minutes, United will go again as Davis lines up the third corner. Gauntlet making a run in towards Jade Brooke, and nodded away by Bennett. The job finished off by Hannah Mills. Laura Williams lets it bounce, but Jerem wins the header and brings it down for Helen Dermody, and Dermody down the right hand side for Keely Davis. Davis is offside, and the shot anyway was saved by Randall, straight at the keeper. A great vision though by the Coventry United midfielder to spot the run of Davis, but the young attacker strayed past the last defender. So 10 minutes gone at the CCB Centre for Sporting Excellence in South Wales. Score remains at Cardiff City Ladies 0, Coventry United Ladies 0. Nodded on for Williams. And that's a neat pass for Powell to race onto. Collision with Maisie Jerem. And the referee gives the free kick to Cardiff as the ball down the left-hand side, which was intended for Laura Williams, drifts over towards that corner flag. So right on the edge of the penalty area, Cardiff City with a big opportunity to put themselves in front. Well, I can tell you at the Trevor Brown Memorial Stadium, it remains at 0-0. It will be the captain, Corey Williams, to step up. She'll be hoping to find the top corner and give Cardiff a much needed lead. Referee blows the whistle. It's a good hit, and it's cracked off the post. An inch to the right, and we would have been talking about a superb goal. We still might, as it's into the penalty area and struck over the woodwork from Hannah Mills. Two brilliant chances for Cardiff City to open the scoring. One was denied by the woodwork, the other via a rather high finish, but it remains at 0-0. Here's Hall. Dermody, across to Nat Haig. Now Jerem. Towards Amber Hughes. Deep into Cardiff territory, can't bring it down, and Llewellyn with the clearance as far as Maisie Jerem. Williams. Brought down from behind by Nat Haig. It's half time in Boldmere. It's Coventry United 0, Boldmere St Michael's 0 in the Midland Football League Premier Division. That's the Coventry United first team. It's also 0-0 here in Wales. So we've only had 12 minutes. Gauntlet sends it forward, but chest control by Bennett. Good tackle by Keely Davis. Dermody sends it down the right. Ali Hall keeps it in. Crossing opportunity. Davis in the penalty area. Davis is crossed towards Keely Davis, blocked at the near post, but Dermody will pick up the seconds. Winged again to Alex Buck. Not sure who she was aiming for there, but found the boot of Laura Williams, who can't make her way past Jade Brooke. Good run by Brooke. Challenge made. Hall can't get past that same defender. Brooke taking on Bennett. Can't find her way around. Now she's laid it off to Ali Hall. Here's Alex Buck. Gauntlet wants it on the edge of the area, but a good challenge made by Powell. And it puts Cardiff on the front foot. It's a lovely ball down the left for Powell. Offside, says the assistant on the far side. So let's bring you up to date with what happens, what's happening, I should say, in the Europa League tie between CSKA Moscow and Arsenal. It remains at 0-0. Moscow need a 3-goal victory against Arsenal. Really, they need a 3-0 to win the tie on away goals. Surging room from Amber Hughes. There's space on the left for Keely Davis. The flag raises again. Good vision from Hughes, but again, Davis striding past that last defender just a little too early. So Llewellyn will take it. Llewellyn's drive flicks off the head of Corey Williams, and Matt Haig will play it all the way back to Sue Wood. Back to Haig. Dermody now, Stirling United territory down the left-hand side. Davis, stabbed clear by Llewellyn, down to the feet of Helen Dermody in United's half of the field. Volleyed pass by Haig, brought down to her by the Cardiff midfielder on the box, Kelly Isaac. Spots a run down the right-hand side by Laura Williams and picks out the number 11 beautifully. Williams into the area and finds Corey Williams, and it bounces wide at that far post. In the last 5 minutes, Cardiff have had several glorious chances to open the scoring, none of which they've taken, but surely they can't get much closer than that without that net rustling. Here's Jerem, the former Cardiff defender. Dermody boxed in by the Bluebirds midfield, but switched to the left-hand side where Nikki Miles is waiting. Again, looking for that run of Keely Davis. This time Davis is onside, and she picks up the ball on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Hall is at the far post waiting for the cross, but Davis has got to backtrack and create some space. Down line for Nikki Miles. Kind of saying it's gone out of play. Referee does not agree. Here's Miles. Dermody. Acres of space on the right-hand side for Alex Buck. Can Dermody find her? She'll in fact lay it off to Jade Brooke. Keeping it away from Williams. And Alex Buck is offside, and you can see the frustration of Coventry United. Buck just boots it away. Frustrating times indeed for Coventry United. Who will be looking to recover from just their 4th league defeat of the season on Sunday. A slender 1-0 loss at second place C&K Basildon. On another day, United probably would have won that match with great opportunities with the likes of Ali Hall and Mass Gauntlet. Kate Bennett, just inside the Bluebirds half, takes the throw. Not the best of control from Laura Williams as United regain the ball. Hughes, nice pass to Davis on the left-hand side. Back into the defensive area now with Nat Haig, the experienced centre-back, striding forward. Davis backtracks to the halfway line. All the way back to Jerem. And she's only got one place to go. It's back to Sue Wood. Bit of a nothing move there from Coventry United. Davis playing very deep with the minute. Spots the run of Jade Brooke. Oh, it's a brilliant ball. Brooke is onside. Hall behind her. It's Jade Brooke. Tries to get the cross in, but at the last second, in goes Ella Powell. And a tangle of legs. Both players staying on their feet, but the ball didn't stay on the pitch. It's a corner kick. But you would have expected United to take advantage of a brilliant opportunity. It's something they didn't do. They will have another chance with the corner, however, as Davis goes across to the right flank to take it. Just Maisie Jerem and Alex Buck staying back. As Davis's corner kick goes almost into her own net by Kate Bennett. But the clearance is made. The attempted punch by Randall. The ball went over Randall. She got something on it. And then Kate Bennett, I believe, trying to send it back to her keeper. But it was not exactly the most accurate of passes, and it was cleared off the line by one of her Cardiff teammates. And here come United again. Haig's ball down the right to Keely Davis. Hall's in there. It's towards Ali Hall. It flashes past the number 10. It was held off by Shannon Greenway. Now the Bluebirds have to get moving. Booted forward by Emily Poole. Corey Williams. And a slide by Williams on the United centre-back Maisie Jerrim. Won the ball, but kind of can't keep it. It's now back with Sue Wood, the United goalkeeper and captain. Dermody. Onto the right now with Alex Buck, who has switched positions now with Nat Haig. Haig playing on the right and Buck playing its centre-back. Here's Ali Hall. Dermody, you know, playing very deep at the moment. Patient play for the Red and Green girls. But will it pay off? Jerrim. Trying to find Gawler, but intercepted in the midfield. Isaac. Trying to wing it to Laura Williams, but again, the United defender there. Kind of playing what looks like a 4-3-3. Sue Wood launches it down the right for Nat Haig. It doesn't reach Haig. It's winning in the air by Ella Powell. There's Ali Hall to bring it down. Down line to Alex Buck. And her only real option is Sue Wood in goal. United need to try and get up the right end of the pitch. Here's Dermody. Strolling forward. Now onto the left-hand side with Jade Brooke. Looking for the run of Nikki Miles. Miles has got space, but she's quickly being closed down. Will she get the ball away? Llewellyn with the challenge. Miles keeps it for now. But Llewellyn gets the final touch over the line. Throw in. Level with the penalty area. And Coventry United are at the right end of the pitch again. But can they utilise this position? Free kick, says the ref. So a free kick on the left flank. Level with the Cardiff box. Well, set pieces are usually Helen Dermody's domain, but standing over the ball is Jade Brooke. Let's see what her free kicks are like. Brooke bounces into the hands of Estelle Randall at the near post. No problem for the Cardiff keeper. Her goal kick didn't prove to be much of a problem for Alex Buck either. Just rolls out of play up the leg of the young defender. And Buck has switched to the right flank again, with Haig returning to her original position of centre-back. So at 21.5 minutes it remains at Cardiff 0, Coventry 0. Hughes running out of a sea of blue, trying the pass to Nikki Miles, a little hurried. It's all the way back with Wood after a pretty poor pass from Chelsea Deacon. Haig down the centre. Here's Amber Hughes, lays it off to Brooke. Dermody. Miles wants it on the left. Miles gets it on the left. She's got Hull to the right, which will take on Llewellyn. And Llewellyn just pushes her off the ball. And the pass picked up by Laura Williams. Here's Williams again. In slides Jade Brooke, crunching challenge, but a good one. Gauntlet. Hughes to Nat Haig. Davis, overlapping run from Alex Buck. Covered up by two defenders. It's Davis again. In goes Bennett, but she can't take the ball from Davis. It's back into the centre circle now with Helen Dermody. United just got to be patient, wait for that gap to present itself. The lofted pass by Keely Davis, way too high for Ali Hall. Not the best of starts from Coventry United. It must be said, the better chances coming from Cardiff, who are actually going to make a very early change. And coming off, it would seem, is Kate Bennett. So it is indeed the Cardiff number 2, Kate Bennett. And we wait to see the shirt number of the substitute. But Llewellyn is going to change sides. She'll go on to the left-hand side of defence. And coming on for the Bluebirds, when we see the shirt number, we'll be able to tell you. As Randall boots it clear. Miles able to fire it back towards the goalkeeper, Sue Wood. Wood across to Nat Haig. Haig looking for the run of Keely Davis, easily blocked up by Llewellyn. Plays a 1-2 with Deacon. Isaac lofted forward by Laura Williams for Deacon to give chase. Tries the one-on-one with Alex Buck and covered off well. So throw in to Coventry right in their own corner, and I can tell you that coming on is Fionn Price. So Fionn Price is replacing Kate Bennett as Germany plays it back to Wood in goal. Hasty clearance from Wood towards the left flank with Nikki Miles. Hall back to Miles. Back to Hall up line. Hughes. That's a nice slide tackle by Laura Williams. A nice dodge as well by Emily Powell. Williams. And that's offside given on the right hand side. I believe that's given against Corey Williams. Yep, you have to get going pretty quick. Hall slides it to Jade Bruckner. Space on the right for Davis. Hall and Davis both chasing the through ball, but the number 5, Hannah Mills, who retrieves it and returns the ball to Estelle Randall in goal, who pretty sharply gets it out of play for the United throw. Buck takes it and Nat Haig cross towards Maz Gawler. First time pass. Ali Hall is onside. Another great save by Randall. And Gawler couldn't get to the follow-up. And again, quick reflexes from the Cardiff keeper. Keeps the score at 0-0. Here's Hall again. Dermody. Lob pass towards Davis, brought down by Davis. Here's Jade Brooke. Hall wants it. It's Jade Brooke all alone. Hoping to find that top corner, but it flies wide. So score on 26 minutes here in South Wales. Remains at Cardiff City 0. Coventry United ladies 0. We'll be taking a short break at half time to swap over the batteries on the laptop. So we'll be going off here for around 10 minutes time. You'll need to look for the new live stream here on the CUTV YouTube channel. So throw into Cardiff on the right flank, halfway into their own territory. Nice challenge by Amber Hughes, and a second clatter between Hughes and Shannon Greenway. And Hughes does not look in a particularly good shape. It was a pretty heavy collision between Hughes and Greenway, both clearly going for the ball. But Hughes is receiving some treatment. And there's bad news for United as Keely Davis looks to have cramp as well. So the United substitutes have gone for a quick jog down the touchline. Substitutes today: Ellie White, Paige Ridley and Lucy Stead. For those of you just joining us here on CUTV, if you were expecting to hear the coverage of Coventry United versus Boldmere St Michael's, fortunately that's not coming up this evening. It's the first time we've missed the first team game all season, so we apologise if you were expecting to hear that game this evening. Instead we've got for you the FA Women's Premier League Southern Division match between Cardiff City and Coventry United, which is just as good, if not better, because it remains at 0-0 at half-time at the Trevor Brown Memorial Stadium, which is actually Boldmere's home ground. So it remains scoreless there as they have just got the second half underway. There was a brief stoppage in the game as Amber Hughes received some treatment from the Coventry United physio after coming together with Hannah Greenway of Cardiff City. A couple of impromptu team talks for United and Cardiff. Hughes is off the field. She's back on her feet and having a quick word with Jay Bradford. And Keely Davis has been asked to lead the field too, after receiving some treatment for cramp, but she's straight back on. So there will be a fair chunk of added time due to these injuries. We've been stopped for a good 2 minutes. And a drop ball will be returned to Cardiff by Matt's Gauntlet and sent our play for a throw-in right in the corner. Was it by luck or was it strategical? Well, either way, Coventry United have got themselves into a decent position. It will be a Cardiff throw. They can try and win that ball back. Throw taken by the Cardiff substitute. And United have got themselves a free kick as Ali Hall was dragged to the earth. As we enter the final 15 minutes of the first half. It's Helen Dermody once again lining up a set piece, this time on the left flank. A cluster of blue and red waiting in that penalty area at the far post. Gauntlet giving a teammate some directions as to where to put that ball. Dermody in towards Matt's Gauntlet, and it's on out for a corner kick. Off the head of, I believe that was Shannon Greenway who got the final touch. And Davis is going to take it from the right. Jerem and Buck staying back. 3 options on the edge of the penalty area. The rest in the box. As Davis is in towards Ali Hall! The drought is over! Ali Hall goes down low, gets a head on it, and finally hits the back of the net. Coventry United lead by 1-0. Great corner routine from Keely Davis. Ali Hall finishes it off. And United's resident number 10 is back among the goals. Well, we're underway once again, half an hour gone here on CUTV, and I'm pleased to report the score is now Cardiff 0, Coventry 1, and Ali Hall finally ends that goal drought. She's gone on for a couple of months now, but it is at last over as United regain the ball with the goalkeeper Sue Wood. Nat Haig rolls it out. Ball down the right flank. Davis will give chase, but I don't think she'll reach it. A hasty back pass to Randall from Hannah Mills. Good pressure from Ali Hall and Keely Davis closing in on the Cardiff penalty area. Haig. Now Dermody. Switches to Jerem on the left flank. Miles right on the touchline. Hall tries to flick it on for Miles. Miles didn't make the run. And it will be a throw into Cardiff on the right hand side. Down the right hand side go Cardiff. Kelly Isaac looking to get Cardiff moving. Not the best of return balls by Laura Williams. It allows United back into possession. Brooke forward to Matt's Gauntlet. The slide by Isaac allows United. That's Cardiff on the front foot. Powell attempts to get into the penalty area. The cross put in. It whistles past that post at the far. Pretty sure it was a crossing effort rather than a shooting one. Cardiff looking for their first league victory since November. United the same, and of course Majority of United's matches since November have been cup matches. All of one they've won. Of course, the Basildon defeat is the first league game United have had since November, as the ball bounces into the stand area and into touch for a Cardiff City throw. United will attempt to box Cardiff in and try and sniff out that ball. So the throw to be taken by Llewellyn. Fionn Llewellyn throws it down line, bounces awkwardly for Mills and plays it into the penalty area with Estelle Randall. Greenway closed down by Gauntlet, and a bit of pressure nearly allowed United to pick up the loose ball. Striding forward goes Paul, trying to thread it through for Corey Williams, and it's only as far as the feet of Sue Wood on the edge of her penalty area. Haig. Now Brooke. Dermody switches to Nikki Miles around that halfway line on the left flank. United looking to push on after that first goal from Ali Hall. Dermody. All the way back to Wood. Haig. Forward to Gauntlet, and Gauntlet diverting Davis in the direction of the ball, and Davis has got it. Tries to return to Gauntlet. Cardiff with the interception. Punted forward by Hannah Mills. Haig will give chase, but there's no need. It's into touch on the left flank for a Coventry United throw, which Haig will take. In fact, you can leave it for Alex Buck. And there has been a goal at the Trevor Brown Memorial Stadium. And it's good news for the Red and Greens all around. Just a few minutes after the Red and Green girls took the lead, the first team were in front as well. Craig Reed. Yes, you heard me right. Craig Reed has just scored for Coventry United. Reed returning to the Red and Greens due to the shortage of players. Neat ball to find Hall. Into the penalty area she goes. Forced away from the box by Greenway. Good pressure from Greenway. Hall dragged to the floor. Free kick Coventry United. So good news all round here on CUTV. Both Coventry United sides leading. And Greenway is called over. No further action, just a ticking off from the referee. So Dermody with the delivery from the left flank. Plenty of movement in that penalty area. It's making me dizzy. As Gauntlet stabbed towards the keeper, well held. United certainly not settling for one goal. With the attacking prowess that they possess, who would blame them? Gauntlet tries to pass it to the side to Jade Brooke. And Cardiff on the front foot. And not the best of balls by Emily Poole in search of Corey Williams, the captain. Since that first goal from United, the attack from Cardiff seems to be a little bit not as fluent as usual. Gauntlet's through pass for Jade Brooke, returned to the keeper by Llewellyn, and Randall boots as clear as the boot of Amber Hughes, who battles with Paul but can't bring it under control. Price, a slide by Hughes, it cannons off the leg of the Cardiff defender. Haig, through ball for Jade Brooke. Llewellyn should get there first, and she'll let it roll into touch for a throw. So thrown right in the corner. Llewellyn, not done by Deacon, but to the feet of Buck, who can't find Davis, and into touch for a Coventry United throw, another 10 yards up line. So a good position for the red and green girls to attack as we have just 7 minutes of normal time until the break. There will be a few added minutes due to the injuries to Davis and Hughes. Bucks throw down line to Nat Hay. Nice with skill to keep it away from Laura Williams. Into the centre circle now with the former Cardiff defender, Maisie Jerem, all the way back with Sue Wood in goal. Haig with plenty of time and space to figure out what she's going to do next. Gauntlet wants it. It's to the right with Davis. A neat pass. Finds the youngster. Closed down by Llewellyn. Gets the cross away. It's to the edge of the penalty area with Gauntlet. The referee getting in the way there. There's Ali Hall looking for a second. Didn't get the cleanest of contacts on that ball when it's an easy gather for Randall, the defender, making Hall's life particularly difficult. Booted away by Randall, bounces awkwardly for Dermody, over Dermody's head. Williams fired forward by Isaac. Laura Williams onto the right hand side now with Ella Powell. Great run from Powell. Looking for the crossing opportunity. It's Powell, and it's blocked off by Hay because she had to get that right as Laura Williams was waiting at that far post. Another cross by Isaac, charged down, and now United have Cardiff outnumbered here. It's Jade Brooke striding towards that right flank. Covered up by the Cardiff player. Well, Brooke seemed to have kicked that in. It didn't go all the way across the line from where I'm standing, but the referee saying that the final touch came from Brooke. There was good pressure from Emily Paul to get Brooke into that sort of position, but it didn't look like where I was standing that went out. Llewellyn, lofted pass, brought down by Williams. Isaac looking for the long ball. Blocked by Hughes, and Hughes spots Hall on the left, and Hughes wants that ball back. Will she get it back? No, she won't. It's put into touch by Hannah Mills. Well, that opening goal seems to have given United that kick in the right direction. Just 5 minutes until the break. It remains Cardiff City ladies 0, Coventry United ladies 1. The opening goal coming from Ali Hall. Hall tries to turn the Cardiff substitute Fionn Price, who a swift kick of the boot, puts it into touch for another throw-in. Throw to Gauntlet, a turn and shoot. Pretty easy for Fionn Llewellyn to deal with that one. Points for effort though. Corey Williams and runs straight into the referee, does Kelly Isaac. If she loses the ball, I'll tell you what, you can only laugh. But Brooks' ball, not the best, and picked up by Llewellyn. That's going in the blooper reel. Right, back to the serious action now, so it's lofted forward from the back by the Cardiff defender, and that Haig is there to just nod it towards Sue Wood, and Wood will give it back. Haig. Now Brooke. Back to Haig. Will United just want to try and get into half time at 1-1, or will they go for a second? They don't want to leave themselves short at the back. And Helen Dermody seems to be just keeping guard at the back line. Hughes. Hopeful ball towards the left for Ali Hall. It's blocked, but there's Nat Haig to pick up the pieces. Hughes took it out from behind. That'll be a free kick. Coventry United around 15 yards into Cardiff territory. At the Trevor Brand Memorial Ground, it remains at 1-0 to Coventry United's first team. They lead by 1-0 thanks to Craig Reed in the early minutes of the second half. Haig trying to find Nikki Mars, but again cut out. What a run this is by Ella Powell. Williams down line to Price. Six laces through it. Brought down to earth. That's a real shame for Kelly Isaac. The first touch wasn't great, but she had the opportunity to get to it before Wood in that penalty area, but she was denied as the linesman on that far side raises the flag. And really, since Ali Hall opened the scoring, Cardiff haven't had a sniff of that goal. Hay just strolling forward like it's just a lazy Sunday afternoon, asking for some options. Into the centre circle with Gauntlet. Jerem out wide with Miles. Miles looking for an option. Doesn't find it. The pass was behind Ali Hall and booted clear by Price. Jerem loses out to Williams. Blocks off the number 12 illegally. Jerem not happy. The referee saying that the former Cardiff defender actually tripped Corey Williams, and a yellow card for the ex-Bluebird. But even worse for Coventry United, it's a free kick right on their own doorstep. They're taking no chances. They've got a 4-player wall standing in front of the free kick. It could be Cardiff's biggest chance to level it up before the break. Just 1 minute of normal time. There could be up to 4 minutes of added time, as there were a couple of long-term injuries in that first half. United keeping everyone back. The Green Girls worked so hard to get that lead. They don't want to lose it now. Here comes the free kick, and straight into the hands of Wood. Good hands from the United skipper. And Wood's kick towards Ali Hall. It finds Hall well. Hall's a slide to keep it in. Has that come off the arm? Ali Hall asking if it had come off the arm of the Cardiff number 6, Emily Poole. She had a case. I think it may have been the upper arm, around the shoulder. So if it was the shoulder, it would be okay. Touched on by Laura Williams towards the right where Ella Powell was waiting, but the referee's assistant curtails that move with that pesky flag. And United get themselves underway sharpish from that free kick. Amber Hughes striding forward after the pass from Maisie Jerem. Pass 1, pass 2. Still Amber Hughes into the area. Ali Hall somehow sent it over the crossbar. First time effort. Difficult for Hall to aim. But it was a wonderful run from Amber Hughes. It would have been truly spectacular if Hall had just kept it a little below where the ball ended up. But impressive from both Hall and Hughes. It remains 1-0 before the break. So it will be a United throw after Estelle Randall's kick goes straight into touch, despite the best efforts of the defence to keep it in. Added time has now begun. How much there is, we're not sure. Brooke down line to Ali Hall. Hall can't keep it, but Brooke might. Pass blocked by Llewellyn. In goes Brooke for the seconds. The clearance only as far as Amber Hughes, who seems to have sparked to life towards the end of this first half. Miles lets it run. Into Nikki Miles. And great blocking by Fionn Price, denying Nikki Miles the chance to run onto that ball from Keely Davis. As half-time looms, it remains at 1-0. And again, we'll be taking a short break once that half-time whistle goes to swap over the batteries on the laptop. And that time comes now as the referee brings the first half to an end. Not exactly the amount of added time that I thought we were going to get. I mean, that stoppage was well over 2 minutes for the injury to Amber Hughes. But after about 1 minute, the referee calls the first half to an end. Good first half. It wasn't Coventry United come out of it on top, leading by 1-0. Liam Cook signing off for 10 minutes here on CUTV. Make sure to give us a like on YouTube if you enjoyed the first half, and come back for the second half here on YouTube. Don't go anywhere.